Welcome to NME ICT Sakshat e-content project under Ministry of HRD Government of India. This project is of marketing management. The project is under NME ICT, that is National Mission on Education through Information and Communication Technology. Under this mission, a proper balance between content generation, research in critical areas relating to imparting of education, and connectivity for integrating our knowledge with the advancement in other countries is to be attempted. In order to bolster our knowledge resources to obtain and maintaining the competitive edge in the world, we require a system of identification and nurturing of talent and lifelong learning. Knowledge modules based on personalized needs of the learner would need to be delivered to him or her at the right time with the right content interactively to take care of his or her aspirations. With these objectives in mind, these videos are created for the portal Sakshat. We will learn basic marketing over here.
Hi, I am LL means learner. I am learner of marketing management. I'll learn marketing in master's class. The desire for learning marketing comes out of interest. This is very interesting topic. Marketing management is seen everywhere in the society. You see up or down, you see here and there, you can see brand names and logos and advertisements and people working in marketing area. I am very much interested in learning marketing. Let us learn marketing from Dr. J. Badiani. He is going to teach marketing management under Sakshat e-content development project under National Mission on Education through Information and Communication Technology, that means NMEICT. Let us start learning. Good morning to all. Today, we are going to learn advertising part 1.
Welcome to the session, student. Today we are going to discuss a very critical component of marketing, that is advertising. Though we all know what is advertising and we have seen several kinds of advertising, but the formal definition of advertising is given by American Marketing Association. It is defined as any paid form of non-personal communication by an identified source which propagates any idea, services or goods. Though advertising has two types of objectives, that is general and specific objectives. The general objectives of advertising is to increase the demand and to increase the profit, sales and volume. By advertising a product, a marketer wishes that its product is viewed by the consumers and later on they purchase this product. In this way, the demand is also increased and it also simultaneously increases the sales and the volume. The specific objectives of the advertising are: it helps to prepare a ground for the salesman when it goes for selling, it introduces the customers or consumers with the product, it helps in a prolonged brand building, it helps in expansion of the market. Especially when you are entering a new market, it is very essential that consumers know your product. This objective is served by advertising. It helps to remind the consumers, it helps to convince the consumers to buy your product, it creates a barrier for new competition, and ultimately it helps you face the current competition. These advertisings are set by a method called DAGMAR, that is defining advertising goals for measuring the advertising results. This model is of two concepts. The first concept is that advertising involves a communication task, while the other concept is the advertising goal should be specific. That is, it should be measurable, it should be against some benchmark, it should be time bound, it should be target oriented, and this should be a written goal. Before preparing the advertisement, one critical element, that is advertising budget, needs to be constructed. Advertising budget is a subset of the overall budget of marketing budget. Advertising is the part of sales and marketing effort. Money spent on advertisement can also be seen as a long-term investment. To be a successful advertising should carry message that appeal to your consumer when they want to buy and reach the product through them by various media. If there is a golden rule for any advertisement, then you should stick to it. The formula says that sustained advertisement will result in recognition, it will result in trust, which increases your sales. Though advertising is a long-term investment that takes time to show a return, it is impossible that you show the advertisement today and from tomorrow your sales increases, because sales can increase due to various reasons. Your budget must reflect this reality. When setting the advertisement campaign budget, there are two costs which should be considered. First is the production cost and second is the media cost. Both of these costs are very important for the success of your advertisement campaign. The advertisement budget is the amount of money which you want to spend on the advertisement for a specific period to target your consumers or to reach your consumers. Before finalizing the advertisement budget, one has to take a look at the favorable and unfavorable conditions existing in the market. These conditions are, let us say, first, frequency of the advertisement. It means the number of times advertiser wants to show his advertisement in the allotted time slots. If an organization needs more advertisement frequency, then the organization will have to increase its advertising budget. The another conditions which should be taken into account is competition and clutter. If the competition is intense, then the advertising budget should be increased. Also is the case with the clutter. The clutter means the same different advertisement at the same time slot. To avoid this clutter, the frequency of advertisement should be increased, thus the advertisement budget increases. The another condition is the market share. If you want to increase the market share, then you have to continuously advertise your product. This will help you to recognize your product and to build the trust, which will increase in the sales and thus the market share. The another factor is product life cycle. When the product is new, a considerable amount of money is to be spent on advertisement. Once the product reaches the maturity stage, at that point of time, majority of the consumers are aware about the product, and so you can decrease the advertising budget at that point of time. At that point of time, your objective should be reminding the consumers. A famous comment usually goes like this: I know that half of the amount I spent on advertisement is wasted, but I don't know which half is wasted. It is notoriously difficult to measure the effect of advertisement on a business sales. Now we will discuss the methods to determine the advertisement budget. The first method is fixed percentage of sales. This method is usually employed when there is a stable, predictable sales pattern of the product. This policy has the advantage to reduce the advertising war. However, there are some disadvantages of this method. This approach assumes that sales are directly related to advertising. Clearly, this will not happen because sales is dependent on various factors. So, if you want to follow this rule, the result will be a reduction in advertisement just when greater sales promotion is required. The second method is same level as your competitors. This method is also known as competitors parity method. In this method, a company will set its advertising budget as the competitor is setting its budget. A major problem with this approach is that it encourages businesses to ignore the effectiveness of their advertisement budget. You are setting the budget as same as your competitor is setting. It could also prevent a business with competitive advantage from increasing market share by spending more than average. The third method is objective and task method. Here, the advertisement budget is set according to the task and the objectives. This task could be financial in nature or related to any of the marketing activity. The last method is residual method. The other name of this method is all you can afford. The residual approach, which is perhaps the worst of all, is to base the advertising budget on what the business can afford after all other expenditures. There is no attempt to associate marketing objectives with level of advertising. So friends, we have discussed the methods of advertising, methods to set advertising budget. Let us critically examine the importance of advertising budget. One of the most important consideration when you should have the advertising your product or service is the budget. Your advertisement budget can literally make or break your business. So it is extremely important to get the most of your advertising dollars. Here are some of the tips. Advertising your business usually costs money. However, you don't have to break the bank. There are plenty of ways by which you can reach your consumers, you can make them aware, and you can tell them to buy your product. It is important to note a big budget used carelessly could be just as bad as having too small a budget. In order to effectively research different type of advertising, you will need to experiment and research which type of advertising are best. There are various type of advertising you can employ to attract your consumers. Many entrepreneurs try to shut and air their market by spending a big amount of money at the beginning of the advertising campaign. But this type of campaign results a very few increase in dollars. Your business needs to be in the public eye generally for a long period of time. So a constant advertising will help you to build your image and build your brand. So friends, we have discussed the definition of advertising, the importance of advertising, advertising budget, and the methods to set the advertising budget. Now we are going towards a very important concept, that is advertising copy. Though we all have seen the advertisement, we have read the advertisement, but let us discuss what is advertising copy exactly. Advertising copy can be said as the text of a print, radio or television advertising message that aims to catch the interest of the consumers. A copy is the essence, describes the advertisement in words irrespective of the medium in which it propagates. For example, when you read a paper, there are various type of advertisement to which you come across. These are all known as advertising copy. In the same way, when you are watching a television, you view various type of advertisement. This is an advertisement copy. One more example is when you log on to some internet, at that point of time you also view some advertisement. This is also an advertisement copy. So the component of advertisement copy are as follows. The first component is the headline. This headline may be label, may be informative, it may be selective, it may be direct command or a question. The second component is subheading. It is smaller than the heading but effective several times. Third is the slogan. Fourth component is illustration. Fifth is text or the body of the copy. Sixth is the closing of the copy. And seventh and the last but most important component is logo or identification mark. Let us discuss some of the methods by which you will design advertising copy. Advertising copy designing means arrangement of various components which we have discussed in the most effective way. The right place of headline, sub-headline, slogan, text, logo are important. You cannot put logo, headline, sub-headline anywhere in a copy. It should be strategically placed. In the audiovisual commercial, advertising design is also known as storyboard. Selecting theme is very important for advertising copy. The theme could be based on tragedy, humor, beauty, ethnocentrism, etc. Well, after designing the advertisement copy, the copy should be tested. There are 9 set of principles known as positioning, advertising, copy testing, that is PACT, as research which is undertaken when a decision is to be made about whether advertising should run in the marketplace or not. These principles, that is the PACT principles, are as follows. First principle is provide measurement that are relevant to the objectives of the advertising. Let us say the objective of the advertising is to increase the exposure of the consumers. So there should be a proper measurement of this objective. The second principle is it requires agreement about how the result will be used in advance of each specific test. The third is provide multiple measurement. Fourth is be based on the model of human response to communication. The fifth principle is allow for consideration of whether the advertising stimulus should be exposed more than once or not. The sixth principle is it requires that the more finished a piece of copy is, the more soundly it could be evaluated and that alternative execution can be tested. The seventh principle is provide controls to avoid biasing effect. The eighth principle is take into account the basic consideration of sample definition. And the last is demonstrate reliability and validity of the copy testing. The copy testing process we will now discuss. Testing may occur at various points throughout the development of the campaign. The first is concept generation research. The second is rough research. The third is finished art or pre-testing, and the fourth is market testing. Let us discuss the first part, that is concept generation research. The concept generation research is conducted very early in the campaign development process in order to explore the targeted consumer's response. The second step is rough art, copy and commercial testing. Advertisers are increasingly spending more money on testing the final advertisement at early stages, because after finalizing the advertisement and then testing, if this advertisement fails, then it results in a huge amount of loss. So advertisers are testing the rough commercial at a very early stage. They test this by following two tests. The first is comprehension and reaction test, that is how consumer comprehend and react to the advertisement are measured. And the second test is consumer juries. This method uses consumers representatives known as consumer jury of the target market to evaluate the probable success of an advertisement. The third step is pre-testing the finished ads. Pre-testing of finished ads is one of the more commonly employed studies among marketing researchers and an agency. At this stage, a finished advertisement or commercial is used. Since it has not been presented to the market, changes can still be made. And the last is post-test of print ads. A variety of print posters are available in the market. You have seen various type of print posters in market or at highway or at dhaba at various places. It includes inquiry test, recognition test, recall. In inquiry test, tests are designed to measure advertising effectiveness based on the inquiries generated on the basis by the consumers. And in recall test, the consumers are made to recall the advertisement. Thus students, today we have discussed about the advertisement, its definition, various type of advertisements, the method to set the advertisement budget, the importance of advertisement budget, advertisement copy. I hope that this will help you to learn more about advertisement. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the class and watching. I have learned a lot. Did you? Have a good day from the learner.